Hello, friends. Happy Thursday. I'm going to apologize first for forgetting to do story time last week, but I am determined to not forget to do it today. So if you are watching live, please say hello to me on the chat. And if you like my video and my channel, I would appreciate a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. My name's Janet and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and also an avid stamper. So I do a little bit of all kinds of stamping and crafting. And this is my happy place. All right, today I'm going to be working with one of the brand new sets out of the new mini catalog that hasn't gone live just yet. It will go live on September 6th. I think I said last time the 4th, but I had that date wrong. So September 6th. And this is what the front of the catalog looks like. It's full of all kinds of Christmas stuff, Halloween, fall, winter, so lots of fun things in there. And I can't show you the inside of the catalog, but I can show you the products that I have that I've bought from there. So funny. But anyway, today I'm using the Bag of Bones stamp and die set. Sorry about that glare on there. This will be, even though the catalog goes live September 6th, I think this was really popular with the demonstrators, so this will be available the week of September 11th. So just keep that in mind if you decide you love it and want to order it. There's also glow-in-the-dark paper and glow-in-the-dark little embellishments, little bats and stars, I think. I can't remember what the other thing is. I think it's bats and stars. And they really do glow in the dark very nicely. All right, so here is the huge die set that goes along with this. It's got some really fun things in it. I love the fence. It's got hats and things that you can put on the skeletons. And it's got tombstones and different fun things. And then there is also patterned paper that goes along with it. So this is kind of a, I mean, this is one of the sheets, but it gives you kind of a taste of all the different papers that are inside. So I'm not going to go through each one. But these are really fun because you can cut these out, these ones here, this one, and actually just add very little other things to do a whole card front. All right, let's get with it. I've got my parts and pieces here. Okay, so I'm starting with the card base, and I have cut it out of basic black. So it is cut at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And I've scored it, but I'm just going to give it a little burnish here. And then I cut a piece of smoky slate for the inside. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that first. So I've already put my stamps on blocks. I've got the Happy Halloween on here. And I'm just going to, I really love the font on this. It's very kind of, definitely Halloween-y looking. Kind of, I don't know. It's just definitely got that spooky vibe to it. And I've inked it up in my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Just gonna plop that down there. So cute. And then I also have the little bat. There's actually more than one bat. So there is this bat and this one, but I'm going to be using that one. And I'm just going to ink it up and stamp it a few times around the sentiment here. Just for some extra fun. And then I've got a piece of sponge and I'm just going to ink up the edges. Just to make it a little more spooktacular. Okay, so there is that. And now I can just go ahead and put that inside. Can you believe this is the last day of August? I can't. This month has just flown by. And we have some plans for September, so I have a feeling September is going to just go by kind of fast too. Why does time seem to be going by faster and faster? I don't like that. There we go. Too cute. All right, so now I can set that aside and bring in this and my little scarecrow, or no, not scarecrow, skeleton. I'm going to ink him up with Versamark ink because I'm going to do heat embossing. Oh, you know what I need to do first? I just need to rub my powder tool here onto my cardstock in hopes that my embossing powder won't stick where I don't want it. Okay, here we go. These skeletons are definitely more on the cutesy side, not the creepy, scary side, I think. Of course, you could probably creep them up, but we're just going to make it fun, not scary. Okay, so I've got him on there even though you can't see him. I'm also going to stamp the skeleton dog. And the skeleton cat. Because why not? They're in there. We may as well have some fun with this. Okay. So we'll go with that for right now. Let me bring in my little tray and white embossing powder. And now you can actually see them. So cute. All right, let's get this put back in here. I have had my little embossing powder tray forever. That's why it's pink, but you can find it in the catalog. You'll get, I think there's a whole set of stuff. And the Stampin' Up! Tray is black. Okay. Alrighty. Let me bring my heat tool over. Too cute. All right, ready for some dies. I took mine all off of the card sheet they were on and put them on a piece of magnet because there's so many. It just makes it so much easier to do it that way. And since I am going to be running a bunch of dies through, I just like to use my Post-it tape to hold the dies in place. Little doggy. Have you seen that dog commercial? Well, it's not a dog commercial, but there's a dog in it. And the dog is sitting there with its owner on the couch, and I don't even know what the commercial is for. It could be a Chewy commercial, I'm not sure, but the dog and the human are having a conversation, and the dog was really happy when something showed up, I guess, in the mail, and he says to the owner, "Did you see my tail when that box arrived?" or something like that, and that makes me laugh every time I see it. Okay, so there is that. I also want to cut out, since I'm going to be running this through on this black paper, I'm going to cut out some bats. And I am going to cut out the fence. May as well do it all in one shot here. And I think that is all I need for black. So let me run this through real quick. How cute. Oh, I'll probably never get these dies back where I had them on here because I didn't pay attention. Okay, there's the little dog. And the cat. The bats, there must be one still in the die here, and there's the other two. my pokey tool. Let's see here. I've got another tip in my take your pick tool, so I'm going to use, uh-oh, I dropped it. I'm going to use this really beautiful one that my friend Paula made for me. So there is that. Excuse me. And then the fence is there. Okay. I've got my little spatula attached here to my take your pick tool because my plate here is so used that the papers, especially little things, just like to stick to it. So I have to scoop them off of there. Get these bats. So I can get them off of there. That's the only thing, is that it's really hard to, I should just put a new plate, use a new plate. That one's not stuck. It's just getting them off sometimes without ruining them because they're so stuck. There it goes. There we are. Okay. So now I've got brown here. I need to, there's cowboy boots. Love it. And there is a cowboy hat here somewhere. There it is. Cowboy hat and a guitar. There we go. I bet I can just put them all on here with one piece of stuff. Okay, so that's going to go in. The yellow, I'm going to do the moon and the stars. So I don't think I need to put a piece of stuff on that. The gray is going to get this big monument thing. I don't know if this is considered a tombstone, but I'm using it in that manner. Okay, so I can run these through, and I think we will be done with the die cutting. Be right back. All right, here we go. All right, let me just scoop these off of here. I love these cowboy boots. These are so cute. And now, oh, look at that. It popped right off. The little stars. Am I going to be as lucky with those? There's 1, 2, 3. I'll just pick them up with the other end. There we go. All right, I think we are set to put this card front together. Woohoo! Okay, so I'm going to do a bit of inking, so let me just grab some scratch paper here. I think I can set my dies to the side now. And we can get with the program. All right, so I'm going to bring my black memento back in and just go around this a little bit. And then it's got some embossed detail in it, so I'm just going to lightly rub my sponge around here to kind of pick that detail up a little bit, just so you can see it a little bit easier. And then while I still have that here, I have on my block, I think it says eat, shriek, and be scary. So that is going to be what the front of this tombstone says. Eat, shriek, and be scary. Okay, so that's ready. And the little boots and the guitar, I'm just going to rub this on there a little bit for the same reason, just to accentuate the details a little bit. And this guitar, if I can get a hold of it. I painted my fingernails. It's been like forever since I've done that. I've got a gazillion bottles of fingernail polish too, so I have no excuse. Okay, there is that. And I think maybe I'll go around this piece a little bit. I didn't do it on my original card, but probably just because I forgot to. Doesn't need much, just a little bit to kind of take the white cut edge away. And when I cut the paper, I cut it so these lines would be a little bit at a diagonal. I just didn't want up and down or across straight lines. All right, so there is all of that stuff. I think I can move this out of the way now. And I've got a couple of strips over here. I am going to take my scissors and just kind of do a little bit of unevenness over here on the edge. This is going to be the ground. So I don't want it perfectly straight. There's that. And we can go ahead and just get some glue. I know this piece is longer than I need. I'm going to pull in my little silicone mat here that needs cleaning so bad, just so I don't get glue on my paper. All right, I'm going to put this down at the bottom. Hopefully I am not out of range of the picture there. Excuse me. Okay, flip this over and cut that excess off. All right, now then, let me decorate this guy up. Where's the hat? Did I lose the hat? I know I cut the hat out, right? Didn't I cut the hat out? Oh, maybe I didn't. I thought I did. I thought I cut the hat out. Oh well. Let me do that real quick. We now have a hat. I could have swore I cut that hat out. I don't remember inking it up, however, so I don't know. Okay. There's that. I love it. Make sure we get his boots on the right feet. There's one boot on. My dad was a cowboy. He mostly always wore boots and hat. There we go. So cute. All right. This little guitar. Gonna go right over here like this. And there you have a skeleton cowboy. All right. So now this, I'm going to pop up. What did I do with my dimensionals? Here they are. I brought in my black ones. So when you buy the black dimensionals, you get both sizes in the package. I think you get 2 sheets of each one. I love these, especially when you are working with the black papers or darker colors. Okay, so I'm going to put a little glue down at the bottom because we don't want just a floating gravestone. And I'm going to position it just a little bit wonky. Let me bring my fence in, because the fence is going to go over here. And I kind of want it like that. And I go ahead and do the fence. You could make up some really cute little tags and things with this set too, if you like to do special things for treats on Halloween. Those little skeletons would be really cute, like popped up on cupcakes or something too, I think. So there's our fence. I love this little fence die because you could use this. This doesn't have to be a spooky fence. You could use that for lots of like fall cards and things, I think. All right, so now that we have that stuff on, I went ahead, there's a grass die in the die set right here. So I went ahead and cut that out already because I had to position it on there a few times because of the length of my strip. And I'm going to just pop it on there like that. So what I'm going to do, instead of putting my glue on the back of that, because I don't know for sure where I want to cut it off, I am just going to put it on here. Like that. I can bring this back in, and I'm going to put it right over the top of the other piece and line it up with the bottom and sides. Okay, it needs to come down a bit. And we'll snip that extra off there. There we go. Okay, so now our little cowboy guy, put one there, one here, maybe a little one up here on this hand. And put some glue down here on his feet. We're going to put him right here. Howdy, folks. And the little dog. All those little white specks of embossing powder. I got it everywhere, apparently. I'm going to put that guy right there. He's dancing around. They're having a hoedown. In the cemetery. Okay, we're going to just bring the little kitty there. Okay. So now then, let's get Batty here. More glue than I needed. Good thing it dries clear. I don't need that much glue on this one either. Okay, let's put the moon on. Come back here, moon. I don't know why it is when I paint my fingernails, then I just have a hard time picking things up. I can't believe the polish puts that much extra, but I guess it does because I put 2 coats of polish and a top coat, so I suppose it does. Okay, now then, let me just wipe the tip of this bottle off here. All right, I'm gonna put, okay, why does glue do that sometimes? Gets a bubble in it, that's why. Okay, I'm gonna put a dot there, and there it goes again. One there, and one up there. Then I'm going to put the pin back in this for the time being. And let's put the stars on. And then our last little bat. There we go. All right, I think I have everything on there. Bring our card base back in. That's the back side of that purple paper, full of little bats and moons and stars. There we go. A fun, spooky Halloween card. Not scary. And there's my other one. 2 the same. Happy Halloween. All right. I didn't forget. Story time. A Child's Garden of Verses. Look, we're really getting closer to the end. This one's called Night and Day. When the golden day is done through the closing portal, child and garden, flower and sun, vanish all things mortal. As the blinding shadows fall, as the rays diminish, under evening's cloak they all roll away and vanish. Garden darkened, daisy shut, child in bed they slumber, glowworm in the highway rut, mice among the lumber. In the darkness houses shine, parents move with candles, till on all the night divine turns the bedroom handles. Till at last the day begins, in the east a breaking, in the hedges and the winds sleeping birds awaking. In the darkness shapes of things, houses, trees, and hedges, clear grow and sparrows' wings beat on window ledges. These shall wake the yawning maid, she the door shall open, finding dew on garden glade and the morning broken. There my garden grows again, green and rosy painted, as at eve behind the pane from my eyes it fainted. Just as it was shut away, toy-like in the even, here I see it glow with day under glowing heaven. Every path and every plot, every bush of roses, every blue forget-me-not where the dew reposes. Up, they cry, the day is come, on the smiling valleys. We have beat the morning drum, playmate join your allies. Okay, nest eggs. Birds all the sunny day flutter and quarrel, here in the arbor-like tent of the laurel. Here in the fork the brown nest is seated, 4 little blue eggs the mother keeps heated. While we stand watching her, staring like gabies, I don't know what that is, safe in each egg are the bird's little babies. Soon the frail eggs they shall, chip and upspringing, make all the April woods merry with singing. Younger than we are, O children, and frailer, soon in blue air they'll be, singer and sailor. We, so much older, taller and stronger, we shall look down on the birdies no longer. They shall go flying with musical speeches high overhead in the tops of the beeches. In spite of our wisdom and sensible talking, we on our feet must go plodding and walking. That poem just cracks me up that I'm reading that now, because just this day, a few hours ago, couple hours ago, my best friend sent me pictures. Her husband had taken their hanging plants down because they're done for this season. And in one of the hanging plants was a beautiful bird nest. It was probably about this big around, perfect as could be, with one little blue egg in it. And she said the birds hadn't been coming around there for probably since early summer, so that blue egg was left behind. But they saved the nest and the little blue egg, and she has it on display in the house. And she's got another nest that has some little blue eggs that they had found. They've got many trees around their house and tons of birds, so the little blue eggs had been found, dropped, and unbroken actually. And then the nest, the wind had blown that nest out of a tree. So now she has 2 perfect little bird nests with eggs. And they're little blue eggs, so that poem was just perfect to go along with that. I'm going to read this one more. The flowers. All the names I know from nurse, gardener's garters, shepherd's purse, bachelor's buttons, lady's smock, and the lady hollyhock. Fairy places, fairy wings, or fairy things, fairy woods where the wild bee wings. Tiny trees for tiny dames, they must all be fairy names. Tiny woods below whose boughs shady fairies weave a house. Tiny treetops, rose or thyme, where the braver fairies climb. Fair are grown-up people's trees, but the fairest woods are these, where if I were not so tall, I should live for good and all. All right, next time we will start with Summer Sun. There's still a little bit of summer left. I don't think it's not fall quite yet, even though around here it really is looking like it. It's rainy here today. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope that you enjoyed this little Halloween card. And have a great weekend. Be careful. It's going to be a busy weekend. A lot of people will have 3- and 4-day holidays this weekend. The last hurrah before school starts for a lot of kids. Ours start the day after Labor Day. I know some have already started. So anyway, hi Virginia. Thank you so much. Anyway, have a great weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.